Hello there, Moon and Gemini, and welcome to my channel. Thanks for watching today's moon sign reading for the month of September 2022. Please remember to click on that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Before we get started, please make sure that you know what your moon sign is. And if you don't, or you're not sure, I've listed a few websites down in the description box below so you can find out. All right, Spirit. What's going to happen for Moon and Gemini for September 2022? All right, we have first quarter Moon in Libra. Keep your heart open. This card also has the heart chakra symbol. So there's something really heartfelt that I think there's going to be something that happens that makes you want to shut down a little bit, that makes you want to hide your heart or hide yourself. And this is Spirit saying, keep your heart open, even though, you know, bad things happen and it's easy to want to just shut down. Spirit is asking you in September, when this happens, to try your best to keep your heart open and keep your mind open. There could be other interpretations of what's going on, of what's happening that you're not aware of. Next is first quarter Moon in Gemini. Speak your world into being. Now this one also has the throat chakra here. So speak your world into being. I want to say this is talking about, by keeping your heart open, you'll be able to speak what's going on. I want to say there's going to be something that happens that some people around you, loved ones around you, are going to be happy about, but it kind of does something like kind of hurts you in some way, but you don't want to bring down how the others feel. And so it'd be easier to not talk. It'd be easier to just not share what's going on with you in your heart, internally, in your emotional state. So when remembering to keep your heart open, when remembering to stay connected to yourself, to your feelings, no matter what other people's feelings are about the situation, be sure to find someone that you can talk about what's going on. And whether it's one of the people that are happy about the situation or if it's someone outside of that circle, talk about it. Speak what you really need. Speak your world into being. So if you don't know what it is you want, or you don't know how to deal with this, or you don't know what it is you need, you don't know how to say what it is, keep trying, keep expressing, keep trying to get out what you need to get out so you can figure out. Spend some time, go internally, go into your heart, to find out what's really going on with you, so you don't just kind of react to things, or you behave in certain ways that you don't understand. Why are you reacting this way when someone says this? Or why do you behave this way when someone says that? Like, if you catch yourself kind of doing that, that's your sign, that's your signal that, okay, I need to spend some time and figure out what's really going on internally, and then be able to speak about it to get either the help you need or just to be able to relieve it by venting or just getting it out because you didn't understand before, and just being able to say it, something out loud, to be able to put words to what's going on, sometimes is all the healing that is needed. Let's find out some more. Spirit, tell me more about Moon and Gemini for September 2022. What else is there to know for Moon and Gemini? Spirit, please. All right, we have the Green Man, rising, energy surge, fertility. Okay. See, so creativity can come back into your life. Like I said, I think there's something that's going to make you want to like pull back or shut down a little bit and not share. But by speaking about it, actually getting it out, your energy will rise, right? The rising, energy surge, fertility, more creative things can come to fruition or can come through you, come to you, through you, and you can speak and put it out there into the world. Sometimes it's just knowledge, sometimes it's just what's going on inside, but it's opening, keeping that heart open so that you can receive information, express it, receive creative ideas, be able to act on that kind of thing. And that would be, so speak your world into being. So it's not just about speaking. I think this is also about manifesting something into the physical world, something tangible, something you can touch, you can see. And speaking about it helps raise your energy and makes you even more fertile for more ideas. Next one, the Isle of Wonders, revelation, teaching, discovery. Okay. A revelation comes by keeping your heart open and being able to speak about something. Like I said, when you can finally put words to something, that could be a huge revelation, right? It could be a light bulb. You could, again, your energy is rising. You're getting excited. You're getting ideas. And you're discovering more and more about yourself, about the world around you, about how to teach people. Maybe by going through this process, this will help teach others to be more open and encourage them to keep their heart open when something happens that is harder to deal with. Life throws things at you and you just got to deal with it sometimes. And this process that you're going through can help teach others how to better manage their upsets in life. And I think that makes you feel really good, because it's going to take a minute for you to realize you need to keep your heart open, or that you're pulling away, or that you're closing down. Then you have to figure out why, and then talk about it. And then, you like go from one phase to another. You're a new person because you've released some of this negative energy, and now you have things to create. You've got that revelation. You've discovered something, and now you can teach what you've learned as well. So with this card, I'd like to pull to find out what the hardest shadow aspect for the month will be for you, involving all of this. So Spirit, tell me about Moon and Gemini's shadow aspect to deal with on all of this. It's the hardest thing they're going to be facing while going through this process of discovery and learning and speaking their world into being. We have artificial heart. And then we had that keep your heart open. So this is going to be the hardest thing for you to battle. You're going to need to keep your heart open, but it's easier to show that you are happy when you're not. It's easier to show that you have no problems, no issues, when you really do. So I think that's what this artificial heart is about. And keeping your heart open means being more honest with what's really going on. And like this person, even this person in the picture, she's almost robotic, right? Like cyborg, because it's artificial. If you stay in this, people are going to see it and maybe not be so open or be so willing to learn from you. So you can be in this, still learn something and still have something to teach, and still have things to speak about. But if you're not open in your heart, if you're displaying this artificial heart, not your true soft and tender heart, people are going to see that, know that, and they're not going to listen. And I think that's going to frustrate you, because you do have knowledge and you know it. You're excited, right? Because the energy is rising. If you finally get to speak what's going on, that's going to attract people. But if if you're not able to keep your heart open and talk about what's going on, and then you just start talking about something that you've learned and trying to share this wisdom, I don't think it's going to hit home for people. There's going to be some kind of disconnect. They may not realize that you're speaking from an artificial place. Not that you're trying to be mean, you're speaking from, you're protecting your fragile heart. And that comes through, whether you're aware of it or not, and whether they're aware of it or not. People know when you're being honest and true. Okay, let's get some more information. Spirit, tell me more about Gemini. Moon in Gemini for September. What else does Moon in Gemini need to know, please, Spirit, for September? Oh, there's a card that flew. The Knight of Cups, romance. Okay. I need more cards. We have Ten of Pentacles, wealth. Okay. The King of Cups, support. And finally, the Four of Cups, distraction. Okay, so there's a lot of emotional stuff. Again, artificial heart, keep your heart open. Romance, wealth, support, distraction. Knight of Cups. So what I see with this progression here, these three cards, I see you right now as the Knight of Cups, a romanticized view of the world, of yourself. And Ten of Pentacles being, it's wealth, but it's not necessarily wealth like money, but wealth in items or tangible things, material things, which makes you feel like a king. The King of Cups. I want to say that you are trying really, really hard to be that king. And with that energy surge, when you get to speak about what's really going on, and you get that energy surge and you're more creative with new ideas, it may very well have to do with creating some kind of wealth. A wealth of ideas, a wealth of projects or things to do to make money. And maybe teaching is about, maybe that's where you can, teaching as far as some kind of wealth of sharing a wealth of knowledge, but receiving a wealth of appreciation, wealth, receiving a lot of abundance in emotional fulfillment, especially since we've got two court cup cards here. They're both masculine, so that might be part of the reason why it's hard to keep an open heart. More masculine people like to be more in logic and reason versus the feeling realm. So that might be something that you're struggling with. And with that artificial heart and the Four of Cups here, I want to say that if you stay in that protected mode, you're going to be dissatisfied, right? Distracted, dissatisfied, bored, unfulfilled, that sort of thing. So I think this is a spirit giving you a warning that as long as you stay in that artificial heart, don't keep it open. You could try to speak about a lot of things and teach about a lot of things and discover a lot of things, but you won't necessarily be heard without being more authentic. So whatever your romanticized idea of maybe wealth or relationships keeps you in that artificial heart and keeps you dissatisfied. Whereas you want to be successful and you want to be the king, a wise person who's very, very supportive. This is what you think you are, or this is where you could be. But with the artificial heart, you stay in the idealistic, dissatisfied perceptions. So Moon in Gemini, you've got some work to do. You've got some choices to make. Whatever your choices are, let's say you stay in that protective mode, that artificial heart. It doesn't mean next month you won't have another chance with some kind of revelation. And try to move through with an open heart and remembering to stay open. Probably even get more in touch with your feminine side, whether you're male or female, doesn't matter. But getting in touch more with that receptive, reactive, nurturing aspect of yourself so that you can become the king and supportive and happy and successful in all that you do. All right, let's get one final message, please, Spirit, for Moon in Gemini. Last piece of advice. Okay, well, that one jumped out. Piece of advice for Moon in Gemini. That is the picture, which I think is pretty cool, standing up on top of a mountain all alone like that. That's success, right? That's wealth. That's being the king of the mountain. There's mountains behind this king, right? Sitting on your throne in the mountains. It says, I explore my wildness and dance in pleasure. Green man, wildness, right? Maybe you need to get out in nature. Maybe that'll help keep your heart open or get you more in touch with what's going on internally. And you know, with this card here too, with discovery and teaching and revelation, explore my wildness and dance in pleasure. I feel like wildness, the word wildness, that's kind of almost a negative. I feel like you're someone that likes to stay in control. Again, you don't want to be too emotionally displaying too much of emotions. But Spirit is saying, let go, be wild, dance in pleasure. Find that, go from the idealistic self to the self you know you can be, the king, okay? Exploring your wildness and discovering things about yourself could be priceless as far as your wealth and moving into the king status and moving out of boredom, distraction, and dissatisfaction. All right, Moon in Gemini, I think that's all the messages that I have for you. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Thanks again for watching, and may the cosmos bless you with love and light. Namaste.